Hi everyone, today we're going to focus on verbs of directional movement in Persian. We're going to be using these verbs first in units 4 and 5 when we talk about our daily routine and free time activities, and we're going to expand on them throughout the course. Specifically in unit 14 where we talk about vacations and travel. By now you know very well that in Persian we begin with the subject, we end with the verb, and everything else goes in between. This is the most common and the most unmarked word order in Persian. But there is one exception to this in spoken Persian. For verbs such as Raftan, to go, and Umadan, to come, that refer to moving from one place to another, we can put our destination after the verb in everyday speech. For example, I go in Persian is man miram, and out is birun. So if I want to say I go out in everyday speech, instead of saying man birun miram, putting the word birun in between my subject and my verb, I would use the more common order and say man miram birun, putting birun after my verb. Alright, now let's see how we form Raftan in the simple present tense. I go is man miram, and I don't go is man nemiram. Similarly, we have to miri, to nemiri. Un mire, un nemire. Ma mirim, ma nemirim. Shoma mirin, shoma nemirin. And una miran, una nemiran. Now once more in Persian script. Man miram, man nemiram. To miri, to nemiri. Un mire, un nemire. Ma mirim, ma nemirim. Shoma mirin, shoma nemirin. And una miran, una nemiran. Now let's put our new verb into practice. If I want to say I go out on the weekend, I would say man آخر هفته میرم بیرون. And if I want to say I do not go to the movies during the week, I would say من در طول هفته نمیرم سینما. And when do you go to work would be تو کی میری سر کار. And for don't you go to the park on the weekend, I would say تو آخر هفته نمیری park, putting the destination after the verb in each case. With this rule in mind, tell me how we can say he goes to the cafe every day. اون هر روز میره کافه. She doesn't go to the restaurant every night. اون هر شب نمیره رستوران. We go to the beach on the weekend. ما آخر هفته میریم ساحل. We don't go shopping during the week. ما در طول هفته نمیریم خرید. Do you go to the marketplace during the week? شما در طول هفته میرین بازار. Don't you go to the gym on the weekend? شما آخر هفته نمیرین باشگاه. They go to the mountains on the weekend. اونا آخر هفته میرن کوه. And finally, they don't go to the forest. اونا نمیرن جنگل. Now let's start working with Umadan to come. من میام، من نمیام. تو میای، تو نمیای. اون میاد، اون نمیاد. ما میایم، ما نمیایم. شما میاین شما نمیاین and اونا میان اونا نمیان. And now in Persian script. من میام من نمیام تو میای تو نمیای اون میاد اون نمیاد ما میایم ما نمیایم شما میاین شما نمیاین and اونا میان اونا نمیان. You might have noticed that we're using the ending de for the third person singular un. This is because the present stem of Umadan is ya, which ends in the long vowel a. Whenever a verb stem is ending in a vowel in spoken Persian, the third person singular verb ending switches from e to de to avoid a clash between two vowels. Now let's see how Umadan works within context. I come home early is man زود میام خونه. I do not come home late is من دیر نمیام خونه. For how do you come home we have تو با چی میای خونه. And if you want to say don't you take a taxi home we would say تو با تاکسی نمیای خونه. As you can see, in all cases, we're putting خونه, the destination, after the verb. As is the case with the verbs of directional movement like umadan here. Now tell me how we can say she walks home. اون پیاده میاد خونه. He doesn't take the subway home. اون با مترو نمیاد خونه. We come to work in our car. ما با ماشین میایم سر کار. We don't bike to work. ما با دوچرخه نمیایم سر کار. How do you come to work? شما چطور میاین سر کار؟ Do you take the bus to work? شما با اتوبوس نمیاین سر کار؟ They come to work on time. اونا سر وقت میان سر کار. They don't come to work late. اونا دیر نمیان سر کار. Perfect. Now you know the difference between verbs like Raftan and Umadan and all the other verbs. Have fun with your Persian and see you soon.